Hey guys, how are we doing? Back in another Mother's Basement video. I'm loving these public service anime videos. Don't worry, I'm getting to the Sword Art Online ones eventually. I'm just really enjoying these. Okay. God, this one's going to be good. Your transforming body and you. This is going to be awesome because there's so many jokes you can make about real life stuff and compare it to anime with this. And you got your Super Saiyan transformations, you got all the demon forms and stuff, and let's just do this. Your transforming body and you. I love how he does this every time it's class.
Boys, you may have noticed your body going through changes lately.
Yeah.
Your muscles are becoming more defined. Your voice is becoming deeper.
Yes.
Maybe hair is growing in places that it wasn't before. And also that hair is turning gold, glowing, and standing upright.
Amazing,
Perhaps your sword is longer and thicker than it used to be.
Damn.
And girls, you may be noticing changes too. Perhaps you've grown out of your old clothes, or some new clothes have grown on you, out of nowhere, with lots of frills and bows. And along with them, you've gained super strength and magical weapons. Or maybe the clothes are more of a plate armor or spandex bodysuit type deal.
Maybe.
And 2 to 4 of your male friends have also changed in a similar, but decidedly less pink fashion. Do not be alarmed. This is perfectly normal. The transformation, or henshin, is a natural stage of development for every young American boy and girl.
Okay.
And while it may seem frightening and foreign now, it's an essential part of becoming an adult. Indeed, as you grow older, you may find that these changes are very helpful in facing the challenges of adulthood, sometimes helpful in a ridiculously specific manner. You may be asking yourself, what's causing these changes?
What is
something
causing
in
these
my
changes?
body? Some
Parasite.
outside influence? Aliens? God? The magical talking animal that started squatting in my room last week? The answer to all of those questions is yes.
There you go.
Transformations can be brought on by any number of things, from good old-fashioned hard work and training, to discovering some sort of alien power source, to possession by or deals with satanic entities. Your transformation will almost certainly be unique to you. But there are some commonalities that you should be aware of.
Right.
Transformations exist on a broad spectrum, but they can be categorized based on what causes them and how they affect your body and mind. Generally speaking, transformations can result from outside natural or supernatural influences, technological alterations,
Tekkaman Blade.
Whoa,
what a reference.
Code or spirit.
What
they can
an anime.
also be differentiated based on whether they enhance your current physiology, generate new physical characteristics, or manifest as new clothing, weapons, accessories, or armor. Lastly, transformations can affect your mind in many ways.
Yes, they can.
From increasing your intellect and reflexes to amplifying your aggression to the point that you can't control your new abilities. Some can even take on a mind of their own, forcing you to work with them and rein them in to protect your friends and family. Or they can have no effect whatsoever. Or they can just make you really, really good at card games.
Hell yeah.
All of these categories may seem needlessly complicated, but luckily, unless you're a godless scientist, they don't actually matter. In practical terms, you need only concern yourself with 2 basic questions.
Right.
How strong is your transformation, and can you control it?
Okay.
When it comes to strength, not all transformations are created equal.
Right.
And yours may vary wildly from those of the people around you. Someone you once saw as a friendly rival and equal in combat may suddenly attain a state close to godhood, while your best efforts in training your body and being molested by local religious leaders only grant you a minor resistance to stab wounds. The sad truth is that the world just isn't fair, and in some cases you may be tempted to use alternate means to make up the difference in power. If you or someone you know is considering going down such a path, you do well to watch and heed the warnings in our other PSA, Winners don't use the power of evil.
Okay.
But it can also help to simply remember that in the end, this imbalance goes both ways.
Right.
And you almost certainly have an advantage over your friend in other important life skills, such as studying, attracting members of the opposite sex, or having parents who are still alive. It's probably not wise to rub these advantages in the face of the newly ascended deity in your friend circle, but if you remain aware of them, they may at least bring you some peace of mind while you are contemplating a Faustian power bargain or being slaughtered by an evil cow monster to prove how threatening they are. On the other hand, if you are the one with godlike new abilities, or you've just begun transforming, but you've noticed signs of hidden potential, like a dead mother, an obsession with friendship, or a determination to be the very best like no one ever was, then you have a lot more to worry about than an inferiority complex. For starters, depending on how strong your new form is, there's a good chance that you don't have full control of it.
Yeah, you
Perhaps
don't.
a demon living inside of you threatens to take over your body whenever you borrow its strength. Or you go berserk, losing all sense of reason and turning into some kind of monster or demon yourself. Or maybe you just go apeshit when someone disses your hairdo. Regardless of the cause, in this state you are a danger to yourself and others, and may become an even bigger threat than whatever enemy you're trying to stop. Fortunately, this is almost always a temporary phase brought on by changing hormones. And with a bit of time and training, you can probably get your violent impulses under control right around the time that it starts to become boring and repetitive whenever you go berserk. However, if you find insane berserker rage powers are a persistent problem for you, you can usually combat them by calming yourself with meditation, deep breathing, or a fidget spinner. And if you feel yourself about to transform, it's often possible to pull yourself back from the edge by thinking about your grandmother or baseball. If none of these coping techniques work, you should try to avoid combat altogether. Or, if that's not feasible, just try to transform closer to the friends you don't particularly care for.
Oh dear.
The rest will sort itself out. Assuming you can get your new powers under control, though, don't think that means you can let your guard down just yet. There are still many risks that come with transforming unprepared.
Yeah?
But not the kind of risks you might expect. Common sense may tell you that standing around screaming for upwards of a minute in the middle of combat is a bad idea. But in practice, almost nobody will attack you in the middle
they'll let you do
of
it. It's fine. It's how anime works.
To be bad form, like kicking someone in the balls to win a fight. And any villain who's willing to stoop that low will probably just kill you in your sleep or poison you anyway.
Yes.
You should be much more worried about where you're transforming than who's around when you do it. Before you transform, always take a look at your surroundings. Not just for your own safety, but as a courtesy to those around you. If your transformation causes your body to grow in some way, you can save yourself a lot of trouble and back pain by ensuring that you don't transform indoors. But
I would never advise transforming indoors.
Situational awareness is vital. If your transformation involves donning new armor or clothing, there's a good chance that you will be naked for a solid 20 seconds or more between forms. The glowing light emanating from your body will typically obscure you from view, but it won't cover everything. So protect your modesty and avoid ending up on the sex offender registry by finding some cover before you let it all out.
Don't let it all out.
You also want to be wary of how your armor or weapons appear. If they fly in from the sky or materialize around,
they're gonna hurt people.
They could cause property damage or hit some unsuspecting passerby in the process. But even if it's just your body that transforms and you stay your normal size, you should still be wary of damaging the area and people around you. Transformations are often accompanied by an initial discharge of energy, commonly referred to as pre-Kamehameha, which can damage your surroundings if you aren't careful.
Amazing.
Normally this just results in pebbles and other debris floating around you while you transform. But in extreme cases, this energy has been known to crack or break windows and other fragile objects 20 feet away or more from the transforming individual. And it's not at all uncommon for the discharge of energy to erode or even blow holes in the ground beneath the source, which can result in damage to private property or to public infrastructure, such as roads, as well as the pipes and electrical cables running beneath them. Due to the Supreme Court's landmark ruling in the case of Tenkaichi Budokai Foundation v. Son Goku, you can be held liable for any damages incurred as a result of your transformation. So, if you can fly, always transform at a minimum of 20 feet from the ground. And if not, try your best to only do it in parks, quarries, pocket
like
dimensions,
open
and
areas.
state-funded nondescript canyon areas. Many cities across the nation are also installing reinforced steel transformation booths near high schools and other high-risk areas.
Amazing.
So keep an eye out and familiarize yourself with transformation-friendly locations near you. Now that you've learned what you need to know to transform safely, it's time you actually put your transformation to good use. This will mostly involve punching things a little harder than you
yes,
used to.
it will.
But you can also find creative applications for the unique traits of your new form. For instance, if you can make your hair triple in length at will by
Super
flexing your
Saiyan 3.
muscles,
Hell
try
yeah.
cutting the excess off and donating it to cancer patients. If your
God.
abilities allow you to teleport weapons or armor from elsewhere in the world, consider storing them with a spare set of keys, so that if you lose yours, you can summon them to you instantly. And if you suddenly grow a new appendage or magically extend your sword, try using it to scratch those hard-to-reach places. If you use your imagination, the possibilities are endless. But do remember that selling or pawning magically created, disappearing clothing and weapons is legally defined as fraud and can be punished with fines or even jail time.
Ooh, damn.
And no matter how strong or creative you get, be aware that your new form won't be able to solve all of your problems.
But some.
At times you may find that
But
your current
some, surely.
transformation is simply not enough to deal with the challenges facing you. Your present strength, agility, or stand powers may not be sufficient to prevent an evil vampire from killing all your friends and taking over the world. As a random example. In such moments, it may feel like all hope is lost. But this is not the case.
Nope.
At these times, it can be possible to reach new levels of transformation instantaneously through sheer willpower, determination, or possibly just a love of big boobies.
Yeah, baby.
Scientists have not been able to find a constant variable in what causes these new, more powerful forms to emerge, but experts agree that you can help the process along with a bit of image training. What you need to do is imagine your new, more powerful form as an object, something that you can hold on to. Then you need to imagine yourself doing just that, reaching deep inside yourself, grabbing hold of your new form, and pulling until it emerges from your butt.
All right.
Nobody knows exactly
Out of the
why,
ass.
but the more it feels like your new power is being
It's an
pulled
ass pull.
directly out of your ass, the more likely it will be to turn the tide of battle.
Hell yes.
Once you have achieved this new form and won the
Love
fight,
it.
you may expect your life to change dramatically, just as it did first transformation. However, in most cases, you'll just follow the pattern outlined in this PSA again with a slightly different hair color or style. So no matter how many times you transform, just remember to do it near people you don't like and away from anything that looks expensive.
Yes.
And keep in mind, this is all just a normal part of growing up. This message was paid for and approved by His Holiness the Anime
Pope. Very good. Very good. Do do do. Very good. I like these. There's the Waifu Wars, and I think there might be one more, but I'm not sure. But I do really like these. That's good. I'm glad you guys are enjoying them as well. It's a win-win, isn't it? So yeah, thank you guys very much for watching. What do you guys think of that? What do you guys think of this? Click like, subscribe if you haven't already. Leave comments down below. Let me know what you discuss in future videos. And I'll see you guys. It's all you guys. God, this cold is killing me. Next time. Bye.